What's up, family? It's your boy, Vision 3D, your favorite nephew. Today, Wednesday, and I'm doing something a little different today. As you can see, no music today. We're not doing music because this is a topic that really I'm gonna start doing more of on Wednesdays, and that's just giving you my 2 cents on my collection, pieces from my collection. So, as you've seen in the still photos, you already know what we're about to jump off into, right? All right. So I want to bring to you today a piece from my collection, and this is what I call my rendition of Captain Octane. It's a Grand Octane, 63 millimeter, and it's a limited edition piece, Coalition Forces. Now, what does that mean for you? If you've never collected one of these watches before, this is, I think it's a nice piece to get into for a first watch. I wouldn't say for a first watch, especially if you're trying to get used to different timepieces. For those of you guys that are just getting started, this may be a lot getting off into, and they do have other renditions of this. It's just not the character rendition that may not work for you. They do have abalone dials. They have this in diamonds. They have all types. So with this one though, being my very first Octane, Grand Octane, the first thing that caught my attention was the blue plating. You can see on the bracelet, you see how it's just shining and shimmering. That mirror plating is phenomenal. These are not any hollow links either, man. This is sturdy. As far as the watch, the presence, if you don't want people to bother you or say anything to you, don't get this. Because as you can see, first, for the people that don't know what Invicta is, they'll look at this watch and say, wow, that's huge. I just had a customer look at this watch. Just had a customer maybe 15 minutes ago look at this watch and said, dude, that is amazing. They never heard of Invicta. And I said, hey, this is what it is. And I invited them to watch the rest of my shows and even go on Evine and just look at some testimonials. But he was intrigued. My coworker, again, she's not often to watches, but she saw this and was blown away. She said the amount of detail in it, and that was her words, not mine. She said it's a lot of detail because you have Captain America's shield in there, right there. All right, and around the actual dial, get that click, hear that? Around the actual dial, you have his shield, the star in it. It's something I had just noticed. And you see, this is what I just noticed. This was 2 days ago. I knew I was going to do a review on this watch, but I didn't know that until I was like, what is that? Blew me away. I said, wow, that's crazy. Again, Invicta, they did their thing on it, man. But, and I just can't get over, I love that T-bar. One thing that really got to me, those of you guys that are, let's say, Marvel geeks, or if you like Captain America, you know what his uniform is made out of, that blue, almost like a snake skin type. That's on the face of the dial. You can't get more detail than that. This watch, oh my gosh, like I said, I would give it a 96% out of 99.99, just because. Didn't give it the full 98, 99, because this watch doesn't go with everything. And the fact that, it is a character watch. I know some of you guys are not going to get with that, but it's not a childish watch by far. It's not one of those like, man, it's Captain America. And those of you that think that you're too grown to wear superheroes, come on, you're not. Just let it go. Let the inner child go. Just embrace it, okay? But the major thing that I want you guys to know is there are so many different people, and I watch so many different forums. I'm on YouTube with other people. Shout out to Fat Cat Collections, man, and Tommy Big Time. They have done a review on this watch already, but from my standpoint, my 2 cents, so to speak, this watch is doing more than just gracing your arm, because it's a lot of attention to detail. It's actually bringing a lot of people together, because we're going on a cruise here shortly, February 22nd. There will be a lot of us, and this watch is coming with me, and I'm pretty sure you guys are bringing the same thing. But those of you guys that don't know anything about Invicta, or you're on the fence, you're curious, I think this is a nice timepiece. Me personally, I would, recommend something like this. This is a pro diver, and this right now is going for like $70 online. And the details, as far as the length is concerned, let's look at something real quick. This is a 50 millimeter. This is a 63. So look at that, and look at that. Side by side comparison. I know they're two different watches, but we're just doing a sizing. As far as the length is concerned, both of them are very, very, very solid. But that's just why, going back to that 96%, this Captain America is not going to go with everything, probably not everything in your closet. And most collectors I know, they match their stuff up with what they wear. This goes with a lot of stuff in my closet, but not everything. Lastly, this, as well as the next one I'm about to bring out, powered by a Z60. What does that mean to you? It's quality. So you know that you have Swiss parts on the internal. Now, one thing I do want to address is the warranty with Invicta. I've had to deal with Invicta warranty twice. Haven't had a problem. You go online, you'll see something different. I'm going to say, from what I read online, man, it's like 50-50. Some people hate the Invicta warranty process. Something like this, everybody that's going through like Swiss parts, you have to send it back to Switzerland to get repaired. So therefore, you're looking at a 3-month turnaround, possibly 2 months or something like that. So you're without your watch that long. Plus, you have to pay shipping and handling and stuff like that. But I would say to you, if you like that piece and you want to keep it, this is an heirloom for you or whatever it does for you, go ahead and deal with it. Because most people that have Invicta have multiple pieces. But if you're one of those that's just getting started, you got a Swiss timepiece, and that's the only piece you have, and you have something go wrong with it within the 3 years, look to be without that. In comparison to other ones, I talked to a representative from Zales. Can't get him on camera yet. We're still working that piece. He mentioned to me that in comparison to other ones like Seiko and Citizen, they can send it to a local vendor, they can repair it, and a customer be without their watch for maybe a maximum of 2 weeks. With these, not so much. Now, I did send a Grand Diver to be repaired. It has Swiss parts, but it's not Swiss made. Okay, cost me $80 to get this watch repaired. New battery, everything was redone, gaskets and everything. Like I said, cost me $80. I was without my watch for 3.5 weeks. I could survive because that is one of my. I cherish that piece. Now, moving on to, again, another one. And these things are limited edition. All right. 3,000 pieces. 3,000 per watch. You could say that that's not limited edition, but again, are you going to run into 3,000 other people? I'll let you decide that. But of the two, I will say this is my favorite. And forgive me for the. Hey, no, you know what? Blame Invicta for that, man. You see all that shine. I'm gonna just let it just ride. You see how it's just shining and glistening and all that good stuff, man. Oh man, look at the skull. Peep that out. All right. I like this one over my Captain America for the fact that this thing is lethal. That subdued black and it's just so, it's polished. Once it's polished up, I have a lot of fingerprints all over it because I was displaying it outside with my coworkers, and I let customers look at it. They picked this one over that. So just letting you know. And one of my customers said, hey, that's a big piece. I let him put them on, just try it on the wrist. He said, man, this thing's hefty. Yes, it is. I have a 7.5-inch wrist, and it's pretty heavy, but I can wear it all day. Is it the most comfortable piece? No, it's not. But you get this for whatever reason, and don't let nobody tell you anything different, because one thing I like about these pieces and why I put them in the high 90s, which this one, guys, 99.99. I give it. Just because. Not just because it's Frank Castle, but he's a bad boy. I love it, man, because of the black, all the black plating, and my military background. This screams, hey, yes, he's a vigilante. We know who the character is, But you can put this with so much stuff, man. You can wear this with primarily everything in my closet, with the exception of maybe a few pieces. But this is going to go with more of my clothing and what I have. And the most important thing that I would say that both of these pieces, as well as any other character pieces that I have in my collection, is it brings me closer to the people that like this. Because if you go on Evine, I don't care if you go on Amazon, I don't care where you buy your watches from, you're going to find other people, like-minded people, just like you, all walks of life. You have police officers, firefighters, lawyers, doctors, judges. You have so many different people that are digging off into these watches, characters and all. Don't matter. I get on Power Play every Sunday. I try to every Sunday, and we get in the chat line, and we're talking about whatever pieces they have. And I had, a couple weeks ago, I had guys like congratulate me on finally getting Octane's support system. So not only are you buying a watch, you're buying into a family, okay? This isn't just the timepiece. You're looking good all day. You're going to get people, because there's so many different people. Yes, you can go to Walmart and grab you a little quick $30, $40 piece. Or if you're into more expensive taste, you go ahead and drop $10,000 on a watch. But I'm going to tell you the one thing, though. This guy said it's some guy, I can't remember his name. He said, you know what my Rolex did for me? Nothing. I dropped 10 grand and I'm the same guy. It didn't add to my life. This adds so much value, man. Think about that person that has a low self-esteem and they just want somebody to like, hey, notice me. This is an icebreaker. So for the sake of, this is a great watch, it's a great timepiece, price point, don't know where you are, this cost me $159. If you go on Amazon right now, I think there was a seller, what was it, I think it's like $319. That's the most I've seen these watches go for. If you go on Invicta stores, I think it was a little more, like $384, but then they was apply the code and you'll get 70% off. Right now on Evine it's $214, but I'm pretty sure they'll, the prices fluctuate, but it's whatever you feel is worth it. If you like these timepieces, leave a comment below. Guys that have dealt with, the Z60 and getting repaired, please, if you're signing in right now, if you're checking me out, even if you don't subscribe, just leave a comment below. Help somebody else out, because that's what we do here, and that's what these reviews are going to do every Wednesday. Unless something dramatic happens, if I have to work or something like that, you will get this every Wednesday. Okay, I'll review something from my collection. Stay tuned. I am going to be bringing you guys my update on my workout until the cruise that comes up Friday. Saturday, I'm going to tell you a little story about Invicta. All right, till then, guys, you already know what it is. Take care of each other, man. Before I go, my man Vic, you get the Invicta family what's up of the day, man. Let's clap it up for Vic, man. Hey, I appreciate you and your support, man. There are so many others that support, man, but Vic, you a special guy, man. So you get it today, bro. All claps go to my man. But you guys, man, be a blessing to somebody else. And until Friday, man, be blessed.